Hi, my name is Dave with Grassroots Garden Center, and today I want to talk to you about soil care. So you're looking for a natural way to help better your plants, to help improve their flowering, for their structure, for their vigor, and for just general health. And besides fertilizer, which we all know about, we've known about that because of advertising. Companies do a great job on advertising, so we know about fertilizer. But what we don't know or don't think about is good bacteria, microbes. These are things that are massively important. Every living thing on this planet needs them. And so why don't we start at ground level, literally and figuratively, to help improve the plants that we have and take them literally to the next level and allow them to perform better than we've ever expected them to. So one of the struggles we have with plants, whether it's with farming or a little garden or potted plants, is pH. The pH can be different in so many locations or even on the same plot of land. So instead of going through the trouble of trying to amend that soil with more lime or more acid, we can use microbes for our benefit. They actually have the ability to go in and excrete enzymes which will help break down and unlock those nutrients which normally would be locked out because the pH is imbalanced. So another challenge for gardeners and agriculture and plant enthusiasts in general is that we are trying to create good gas exchange for the root system of those plants. And people don't realize how important it is that the roots actually breathe. They have oxygen and can have interaction with the atmosphere. And if we take, for example, our lawns, if we're out there mowing our grass all summer long, those machines are heavy, constantly running over that land, and it's compacting the soil. It's taking out all the pores out of the soil. And so when it rains or we go to water our yard, the water will hit and runs off and away. And in fact, we want the opposite. We want the water to stay where it is and go down deep into the soil profile. And using microbes as that liquid aeration, doing that work for us to create those pores again, helps open up that soil for that gas exchange that's so vastly important for the root system. So microbes are actually the workhorse for the plant to go out and retrieve those macro and micronutrients. And most people don't understand that relationship, but it is massively important. For example, most people have heard of compost tea. Compost tea is taking rich, fresh compost, putting it in cheesecloth, and then you drain water over the top, capture that runoff, and what has happened is they've stripped the bacteria out of that compost, captured it into a concentrate, and then turn around and pour it back on the plants. That has been used for years. And now with the advent of science, knowing which strains of bacteria that do the most benefit, and we can cultivate them on a mass scale, we now have a concentrated solution that we can use. Hence, we have a compost tea on steroids. Right, so we want as much branching as possible on the roots. And what that means is if we picture roots on plants as these long, stringy things kind of reaching out. But what's more important is off of those main strings, if you will, that there's more little bitty root hairs that come out from there. That's where the nutrients are being pulled in for the plant. That's where that takes place. So the more branching we have, the stronger root system we physically have, and the more sites that nutrients can come in and feed that plant. The microbes actually function in two different ways in bringing those nutrients. We have actomycorrhiza and endomycorrhiza. The endo, as it sounds like, they move the nutrients into the plant. They physically are going to hand deliver those nutrients up inside the plant. The actomycorrhiza will actually build a home around the root system, allowing that the fighting off the pathogens, if you will, but also helping bring the nutrients close in proximity to the plant. So between the two, the plant is completely being fed, hand-fed, the nutrients that they need. So because of the symbiotic relationship that the plant needs microbes and the microbes need plants, the microbes are going to do everything they can to defend the plant because that is their food source. The microbes go out, they pull in the macro and micronutrients, hand feed it to the plant, and in exchange, the plant is going to feed the microbes carbohydrates. So because of that relationship, the microbes are going to do everything they can to fend off any pest and any pathogen that comes into play. So microbes, in the probiotic sense, since they are considered good bacteria, they actually have the ability to go in and convert bad pathogens into good. they have the ability to inject their genetics and convert the bad microbes into good worker bees, if you will, which is going to help increase that population to help that plant, same as in animals. If we increase our good bacteria in our gut, we have less likely that we are going to get sick. Same with our plants. They will be much stronger and can fend off those pests or pathogens. So probiotics are going to do a lot for your plants. They're going to do more for you than just fertilizer alone will do. They will increase the amount of flowers that you have, whether it's flowers for just flower's sake, for fruit, for nut production, and you're going to be able to reduce the amount of fertilizer you have to use overall. So I absolutely highly recommend using probiotics. So much so, I would rather see that go into the hands of gardeners and farmers than I would more fertilizer. We already know what fertilizer does. This is the next step above that. This is what is going to take our plants to the next level, and it's going to be something that is going to change the way that we do more farming and growing our food for the future.